Well, in 2017, the Taoiseach stated very clearly that there should be no excuses for this type of situation. He said that there would be nobody waiting in this state more than 4 months for a scoliosis operation. And yet we have Harvey, a child who had to wait for 33 months for an operation. In 2022, they found out that they were going to have an operation in 2023. When that date came about, the operation was cancelled abruptly, and then they found out that he was dropped from the waiting lists altogether, and they were never told about that. Harvey's curvature went to 130 degrees. That's an incredible level. That causes enormous pain and causes difficulty in breathing and complications such as pneumonia as well. And in actual fact, any curvature over 100 degrees is actually a threat to life. So we have a situation even now that the waiting lists are increasing, that children are waiting 2, 3, 4, 5 years for an operation in relation to scoliosis. We have a situation whereby we have at least 20 children who are waiting for up to 9 months currently for an operation. And we believe there has to be accountability. If there's no accountability, there'll be no change. And the family themselves have called for the resignation of Simon Harris. Simon Harris has his fingerprints fully over the actual promise to make sure that an operation would happen within 4 months. And that simply did not happen, and indeed it has gotten worse. And where is the threshold of accountability in this state? What does a minister have to do? What failure is necessary for a minister to achieve before we actually have responsibility taken, before we have accountability? This is the loss of a young child's life. There is nothing worse that can happen to a family in relation to this. And we believe, first of all, that the minister or the Taoiseach should be in front of the Committee for Health, explaining exactly what happens in Harvey's case, and that he should also resign. Now, we have a situation as well, and this is just one of a large number of problems that are falling out in terms of CHI. Currently, in CHI, we know that children were implanted with unauthorized springs. We know that we had a situation where children had operations before actually reaching the threshold necessary for hip operations. We also know that there's been a toxic culture in there for a long period of time, and that state money has been spent how it shouldn't be, and yet nobody has been held to account for this. We also have a situation where this minister signed the contract for the National Children's Hospital that is well out of date in terms of delivery and is billions of euros over cost. There has to be accountability in terms of the decisions made by Simon Harris.